All right, so you should have the Adverbs 1 worksheet open. You should have the Adverbs notes done and submitted. So open up that Adverbs 1 worksheet. We are strictly looking at adverbs modifying verbs on this worksheet. Now I will tell you, on all of these 3 worksheets that we're doing for adverbs, I will do the first few sentences with you, and then it's up to you to do the rest of the sentences. Therefore, I will be looking to make sure that you followed all of the steps and that you did everything correctly. Otherwise, the whole sentence will be counted wrong. And more than likely, I will send it back to you if you bombed it and tell you that you're going to have to redo it. So you're better off slowing down, following the directions, and really paying attention to what you're doing to get it done right the first time. That way you don't have to come back to it and do it again. All right, so as a reminder, adverbs modifying verbs can answer where, when, and in what manner and to what extent. Sometimes we just say how. So where, when, and how. Looked where, looked around. Turned where, turned right. Awoke when, awoke early. Arrived when, arrived yesterday. How did they win? They easily won. How did they run? They ran fast. How did they touch? They barely touched. How did they understand? They thoroughly understood. All right, so in exercise 1, we're going to cross out the prepositional phrase, underline the subject once, bold the verb, highlight the adverb that modifies the verb in the sentence. Then on the line at the right, we're going to write the question that the adverb answers. Okay, so for my prepositional phrase, there's not one in sentence number 1. So subject is ice storm. Verb, destroyed. What is my decorative word? Completely. So we're going to highlight that. That is my adverb. The highlighted word is my adverb. It's for sure modifying my verb. But what is it modifying? Is it modifying how they destroyed, when they destroyed, or where they destroyed? They completely destroyed. So it's answering the question how they destroyed. Sentence number 2, there's no prepositional phrase. Subject is crew. Arrived is my verb. What did the crew do? They arrived. Okay, arrived how, where, when. Arrived promptly answers what question? Arrived when. Sentence number 3, new condominiums will be built nearby. There's no prepositional phrase. My subject of my sentence, condominiums, underline it. Will be built is my verbal phrase. Okay, will be built where, when, how. Will be built where is the sentence or is the question that answers. So we are going to highlight nearby and say that answers where. Sentence number 4, leave the packages here. This is a difficult subject to find. It is actually an understood you. So we are going to underline you. It's an understood you because it is orders or directions. Leave is my verb. You leave the packages here. Okay, here is actually my adverb. It's modifying leave. Is it telling me where, when, or how to leave the packages? It's telling me where. Okay? 5 through 10 you need to do on your own following those same steps. I will tell you sentence number 5 and 8 have a prepositional phrase. Make sure you get that crossed off. Exercise 2, you're simply adding in adverbs that modify verbs. So ask yourself, where, when, or how? The plane gradually moved where, when, how? The plane gradually moved down. The guests ate anything that was offered. The guests ate where, when, how? How about the guests quickly ate anything that was offered? Okay, 3, 4, and 5 you need to do on your own. So go ahead and pause the video, do all of these exercises. If you didn't pause it after exercise 1, get done with this adverb 1 worksheet and then get it submitted. Okay, then we're going to move on to adverbs 2. Open up adverbs 2. We're looking at adverbs modifying adjectives, adverbs modifying other adverbs as well. All right, so we're going to cross out our prepositional phrase. We're going to underline our subject, bold our verb. The word that is highlighted in yellow is the first descriptive word. So if we have two descriptive words next to each other, the first one is always, always, always your adverb. The second one is where you have to decide. The second one, is it modifying a verb or is it modifying a noun? Remember, if it's modifying a verb, it's got to be an adverb. If it's modifying a noun, it's got to be an adjective. Okay, and then that's what we're going to write on the line. So for example, we crossed out of the movie. End is my subject. Was is my verb. Rather is the first descriptive word. Rather what? Unsatisfying we highlighted in green. Okay, rather is modifying unsatisfying. What was unsatisfying? Was or the end? The end was unsatisfying. So unsatisfying is modifying a noun, end. Therefore, unsatisfying is an adjective, and we note in parentheses, end. That's the word that it's modifying. Sentence number 2, Allison is my subject. Will finish. Get that whole verbal phrase. Will finish is my verb. Almost is already highlighted as my first descriptive word. Almost what? Almost certainly. We highlighted in green as our second descriptive word. Okay, what is certainly modifying? Is certainly modifying Allison, or is certainly modifying how she will finish? It's definitely modifying how she will finish. So certainly is modifying our verb. Therefore, certainly is an adverb. And we noted will finish in parentheses is what it's modifying. Sentence number 2, no prepositional phrase. That is my subject. Is my verb. Exceptionally is my first descriptive word. Exceptionally what? Exceptionally good. So we're going to highlight good in green. Okay, what is good modifying? What is good? The novel is good. Okay, novel. Is that a noun or a verb? Novel is a thing, so it's a noun. So good is modifying a noun. Therefore, good is functioning as an adjective. And we're going to note that it's modifying novel. So we have an adverb modifying an adjective, modifying a noun in this case. Sentence number 4, the alarm clock hardly ever wakes me up. Subject, clock. Verb, wakes. Hardly what? Hardly ever answers that question, so we're going to turn it green. Okay? Now you have to ask yourself, is ever modifying clock or is ever modifying wakes? In this instance, ever is modifying wakes, which is our verb, so that makes ever an adverb. Modifying wakes. Number 5, Dad seemed genuinely surprised by the party. By the party is a prepositional phrase. Highlight it, Alt-Shift-5. Dad is my subject. Seemed is my verb. Genuinely what? Surprised. Should be highlighted in green. Okay, what is surprised modifying? Is surprised modifying seemed or is surprised modifying dad? Surprised is modifying dad, which is our subject, our noun. So surprised has to be an adjective because adjectives modify nouns. It's modifying dad. Okay, do 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 on your own for a grade. Make sure that you are following every step and doing all of them correctly. Exercise 2, you're simply just adding adverbs to sentences. So the bride looked blank, beautiful. Okay, how beautiful? Because we know that adverbs that are modifying adjectives or other adverbs, they only answer to what extent or how. Okay, so the bride looked how beautiful? How about extremely beautiful? The earthquake blank completely destroyed the city. The earthquake almost completely destroyed the city. Okay, do 3, 4, and 5 on your own. All right, and then we have, whenever you get done, so pause, finish up Adverbs 2 worksheet, submit it. Then move on to Adverbs 3. Adverbs 3 worksheet. We're putting adjectives and adverbs together now. All right, so in exercise 1, cross out your prepositional phrase. And we're going to underline the subject, bold the verb, and then we are going to look at the word that is highlighted. We have to decide what word it's modifying. Then determine if it's an adjective or an adverb. And we're going to write that on the line as well as in parentheses what word it is actually modifying. Okay, so in number 1, the lions ate greedily. Lions is my subject, ate is my verb. Greedily is the word that is highlighted. Greedily, what is it modifying? Is it modifying the lions or how they ate? It's definitely modifying how they ate. It's not saying the lions were greedily. It's modifying how they ate. So ate is our verb, therefore greedily is our adverb, and it's modifying the word ate. 2, Glenna regretted her past mistakes. Sorry, Glennis. Glennis is my subject. Regretted is my verb. Past. What is past modifying? Past what? Ooh, mistakes. Ask yourself, is mistakes a noun or a verb? Mistakes is a noun because it's a thing. So past is modifying a noun, therefore it is an adjective modifying mistakes. Number 3, my cousin is an only child. Subject, cousin. Verb is. Only is modifying what? Only what? Only child. Okay, what part of speech is child? A child is a person, so a child is a noun. Only is modifying our noun, so it is an adjective. And please note that it's modifying child. Number 4, Pamela always studies very hard. My subject would be Pamela. Studies would be my verb. Okay. The word that is highlighted is hard. What is hard modifying? Is it modifying Pamela or how she studies? It is definitely modifying how she studies. Studies is my verb, therefore hard is an adverb. Modifying studies. Okay, do 5 through 10 on your own on those. Exercise 2, we're simply adding adverbs and adjectives to the sentence. It gives you the word in parentheses to use. You're going to either use the word in parentheses or you're going to add ly. The children seemed eager to please or eagerly to please. Definitely eager. Ms. Bascombe always walks with a quick step or a quickly step. A quick step. The parents looked fond at their sleeping infant or fondly. Definitely fondly. Do 4 and 5 on your own. Get done with Adverbs 3 and submit this worksheet as well, and then you can work on the literature short story elements that I sent out to you yesterday. Let me know if you have any questions.